Trade recap, man. Okay, let's just get into it. Lost another trade, but not even gonna say anything. But I'm just gonna go over the trade. What the hell just happened? All right, yeah, no news today. Let's just get into it, man. So, just being real, this trade was not a good trade. Honestly, it was just a pattern trade. If I'm being honest with you. And let's just get into it. So coming to the day, we were bearish, and I did mark that down in my journal. I said we're kind of bearish. I didn't really go too in depth into it, but I said starting to look bearish, rejecting on going higher. But I still eventually took a long. Go into why real quick, but coming into the day, I mean, yeah, we're pretty bearish. Look at that. It's just I'm not used to being bearish recently in like the past month or two, because we've just been ripping. But yeah, I was just kind of I'm scared to go short, but I mean, just pay attention to the chart, bro. But yeah, I should have noticed that we were making lower lows. Just it's so simple, dude. I'm just like overcomplicating it, I think, and just making it hard on myself. And just it's really so simple. But so market opens, and what I see, I'm just really on the 5-minute. I see nice volume picking up. I see, there's a nice draw on liquidity, but is it really a nice draw on liquidity? I mean, we're rejecting all these highs, and then we have this fair value gap that we rejected already during the pre-markets, things like that. And yeah, I was looking good for longs in my opinion. That's what I saw. I saw nice volume. Boom. Okay, I want to pull back now into this fair value gap. I limit ordered this 5-minute gap. Stops below this gap. And yeah, first it looked somewhat decent. And if this trade would have had a nice RR. Probably should have went break even after this push up, like after this leg up, all the way up here, especially coming into this gap right there. It should have just went break even. It's kind of hindsight now, but because the plan was to have break even right here. I mean, that's a pretty big break even. That's a 1.7 R. So I mean, yeah. So yeah, but the reason why this trade didn't play out is because we were bearish, and it really was just a pattern trade. Just seeing, nice volume isn't enough. We have all these relative equal lows, and also the reason why part of the trade was because of the liquidity sweep. I've been trying to implement what worked in the past, so liquidity sweep, change of 5-minute order flow and then a retracement. And so that's what this was, but it was a pattern trade because it does not align with the higher time frames, the trend, and just the narrative behind it. Do we really need to take this high? Is there, a good reason for us to take this high? Not really. At least that's what I thought it was I thought there was a reason during market open, but just looking back at it and then just seeing it, trying to make it make sense, it doesn't make sense for us to do that. It's just a pattern trade, seeing a liquidity sweep. That's why it's so hard for me to take good trades, because I'm fine with just having a set amount of confluences to abide by, look for, and just execute a trade, but that's not gonna get you really that far. I mean, it did work for me because I did get a payout, but maybe it was just really lucky, a lucky couple weeks of price action where my pattern trading aligned with the market, and I suffered minimal losses still using it. So It's really about using that strategy, using your discretion, and then making the whole thing make sense. So I deserve to lose this trade. I'm glad I lost this trade. I'm glad I'm losing all these trades. Mind you, this is my 11th straight losing trade. People will be done by now, but there's a reason why I'm keep going. And it's more than just like, hoping, right? I can't tell you I have a defined reason why I'm still doing this after 11 straight losses. This has to be by far my worst streak of losses ever in trading. But I still have the itch and the need to succeed, the need to keep going. So I have a lot of time now with summer, and I just graduated college, so I'm gonna remember this. Like I say all the time when I'm going through something, a bad streak like this, I always say this. I'm gonna come back to this, remember this moment, because it's gonna feel so much better in the future, where I can look back on this moment right here and be like, damn, I really came a long way from that point, and I did not give up, because I'm never gonna give up. You won't see me give up. And so, yeah, I'm just gonna learn from this, learn from every single loss, every single win, and I will be back. So, yes, that's really it. We can just look at the week, I should say. But yeah, I will be back. God bless.